What if one bold choice could transform your relationship forever? For Mia and Liam, what started as a surprising suggestion turned into a life-changing journey of trust and love. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. This is their story. Relationships are built on trust, communication, and sometimes a willingness to explore the unexpected. But what happens when two people in love decide to step into unfamiliar territory? This is the story of Mia and Liam, a couple who dared to push the boundaries of their love and, in doing so, uncovered a deeper connection than they ever thought possible. But it wasn't easy, and it came with its own set of challenges. Let's dive into their unforgettable journey. Mia and Liam had been together for 8 years. Their relationship was strong, a partnership full of shared dreams and mutual respect. But over time, the excitement that marked their early years together had been replaced by the comfort of routine. One night, as they sat together on their couch, Liam hesitated before asking a question that had been on his mind for weeks. "Mia, have you ever thought about trying something new in our relationship?" Mia raised an eyebrow, curious. "Like what?" she asked, unsure where this was going. Liam hesitated but decided to be honest. He'd read about couples who explored unconventional experiences as a way to reconnect and reignite their bond. While he wasn't sure how Mia would react, he trusted her enough to share his thoughts. Mia was surprised, even skeptical. "Are you saying we should bring someone else into this?" she asked, her voice a mix of curiosity and apprehension. It was a daunting conversation, one that left them with more questions than answers. But instead of dismissing the idea outright, Mia and Liam decided to talk it through, slowly and thoughtfully. After their initial conversation, Mia and Liam approached the idea cautiously, but with genuine curiosity. They didn't jump into anything right away. Instead, they treated it as an ongoing dialogue, a chance to understand not just what they wanted as a couple, but what this decision might reveal about their own individual needs and desires. Their discussions weren't always easy. One evening, as they sipped tea in their living room, Mia admitted, "I'm not sure I understand why you want this." "Liam, does it mean something's missing?" Her voice was steady, but Liam could sense the vulnerability behind her words. Liam reached for her hand and replied honestly, "It's not that something's missing. It's that I think we've been in a routine for so long that we've stopped exploring each other, stopped seeing what else we can discover together. I don't want us to lose that curiosity." That explanation gave Mia something to think about. She realized that Liam wasn't suggesting this out of dissatisfaction, but rather as a way to reconnect on a deeper level. Still, she had her concerns. "What if it changes the way we see each other?" she asked. They spent weeks addressing questions like this. Questions about trust, boundaries, and how they could ensure that whatever they chose to do would strengthen their relationship, not weaken it. Both of them agreed that if either one felt uncomfortable at any point, they would stop immediately. This wasn't about pushing limits. It was about mutual growth. One of the key breakthroughs came during a late-night conversation when Mia finally admitted her own feelings. "Part of me is scared, but part of me is intrigued. I guess I've always been curious about what it would feel like to experience something completely new, with you by my side." It was in that moment that they realized how aligned they truly were. This wasn't just Liam's idea anymore. It had become a shared decision. And with that clarity, they decided to move forward, but carefully. The next step was finding someone who shared their values and intentions. They wanted to ensure that this person would respect their relationship and see this experience as a partnership rather than something casual. That's when they connected with Sophia through a mutual acquaintance. Sophia was an artist, charismatic, down-to-earth, and open-minded. From the moment they met her, it felt like a good fit. Their first meeting took place at a small cafe on a quiet Sunday afternoon. Mia and Liam were nervous but also excited. Over coffee, they got to know Sophia, her interests, her outlook on relationships, and why she was interested in connecting with them. The conversation flowed naturally, with laughter breaking the ice and easing their nerves. Sophia's presence was warm and reassuring. She asked thoughtful questions like, "What does this mean to you both? What are your boundaries?" It was clear that she wasn't just interested in the idea itself, but in making sure that Mia and Liam felt comfortable every step of the way. For Mia, this meeting was pivotal. Initially, she had worried about feeling insecure or out of place, but Sophia's genuine nature made her feel at ease. "I like her," Mia whispered to Liam as they walked back to their car. Liam smiled and replied, "Me too, and I like how we're handling this together." The next few days were spent reflecting on their feelings. Mia and Liam talked late into the night, dissecting every part of the meeting. They asked each other how they felt about Sophia, whether they were truly ready, and what their expectations were for the experience. It was during these conversations that they realized just how much they trusted each other. Every concern, fear, or doubt was met with patience and understanding. Finally, they decided to take the next step. They invited Sophia to join them for dinner at their home, where they could continue building trust in a more personal setting. That evening, as the three of them cooked together and shared stories, Mia and Liam felt something shift. This wasn't just an experiment or a fleeting moment, it was an opportunity to deepen their connection, both with each other and with someone new. For the first time, Mia and Liam felt truly ready. They had done the work, emotionally and mentally, to prepare themselves for what was to come. And as they looked at each other across the dinner table, they knew that this journey wasn't just about stepping outside their comfort zones. It was about rediscovering their love in ways they had never imagined. The evening finally arrived. Mia and Liam had prepared their home carefully. Soft lighting, their favorite music playing in the background, and an air of quiet anticipation that buzzed with excitement and nerves. Sophia arrived, bringing her warm, reassuring energy that helped put them both at ease. The first moments were light and casual. They shared a bottle of wine and talked about everything from work to travel to funny childhood stories. But beneath the surface, there was a shared understanding of what this evening meant for all three of them. For Mia and Liam, it wasn't just about stepping into something new, it was about reaffirming their love and trust in a completely uncharted way. As the night unfolded, they moved into deeper conversations, discussing their hopes and boundaries once more. For Mia, these moments of clarity were crucial. She appreciated how openly they could all communicate, with Sophia being just as thoughtful and careful as Liam had been. "This only works if everyone feels good about it," Sophia had said earlier, and that reassurance echoed in Mia's mind as they took the next steps. The shift from casual conversation to something more intimate was both natural and thrilling. Mia could feel her heart racing, her emotions a mix of nervous energy and genuine excitement. She reached out for Liam's hand, their eyes meeting in a silent exchange that said, "We're in this together." For Liam, this moment was overwhelming in the best way possible. He felt an immense gratitude, not just for Mia's openness, but for the bond they were about to strengthen. As the evening progressed, something unexpected happened. It wasn't just about physical connection. It was about the way they saw and supported each other in this vulnerable moment. For Mia, it was a revelation. She had worried that this experience might create distance between her and Liam, but instead, she felt closer to him than ever. She saw how tender and respectful he was, not just toward her, but toward Sophia as well. It reaffirmed everything she loved about him. Liam, too, felt a shift. Watching Mia embrace this experience with confidence and curiosity made him see her in a new light. She wasn't just his partner, she was someone who had the courage to explore the depths of their relationship with him, no matter how unfamiliar the territory. And Sophia, she was more than just a participant. Her presence brought an added layer of trust and care to the evening. She wasn't there to disrupt or complicate Mia and Liam's relationship. She was there to help them discover something new about themselves and each other. Her empathy and attentiveness made the entire experience feel not only safe, but transformative. Of course, there were moments of hesitation. Mia found herself second-guessing her feelings at times, wondering if this was truly the right choice. But every time doubt crept in, Liam was there, steady, supportive, and attentive to her needs. He would pause, check in, and make sure she was okay. "We don't have to do anything we're not comfortable with," he whispered to her at one point, and those words grounded her. By the end of the evening, Mia and Liam found themselves sitting together on the couch, holding hands and reflecting on what they had just experienced. It was a quiet, almost sacred moment. The three of them shared a sense of gratitude for the honesty, the vulnerability, and the chance to explore something so deeply personal in a way that felt meaningful and respectful. For Mia, the night was a turning point. She realized that her initial fears had been rooted in the unknown, but now that she had faced it, she felt a newfound confidence in her relationship with Liam. It wasn't about replacing what they had, it was about adding to it, deepening their connection in a way she hadn't thought possible. For Liam, the experience was everything he had hoped for and more. It wasn't just about breaking the monotony of their routine, it was about rediscovering the beauty of their partnership. Seeing Mia's bravery and openness made him fall in love with her all over again. As the night came to an end, Sophia said her goodbyes, leaving Mia and Liam to process the experience together. They stayed up late, talking, laughing, and holding each other close. And as they finally drifted off to sleep, they both knew that this wasn't just a one-time event. It was a milestone, a moment that marked the start of a new chapter in their love story. In the days that followed, Mia and Liam found themselves reflecting on the experience with a mixture of gratitude, excitement, and deep introspection. The memory of the evening lingered in their minds, not as something shocking or disruptive, but as a pivotal moment in their journey as a couple. Their conversations were richer than ever. Mia, who had initially been the more hesitant of the two, shared her thoughts openly with Liam one evening as they prepared dinner together. "You know," she said, chopping vegetables, "I was so nervous about what this would mean for us. But now, I feel like I understand you and myself a little better." Liam looked at her, smiling. "Me too. I think what I loved most wasn't just the experience itself, but how it brought us closer. We had to trust each other completely, and we did." That trust had become the cornerstone of their relationship, and the experience had only strengthened it. For Mia, the entire process had been an opportunity to rediscover herself, to explore a confidence she didn't realize she had. She found herself reflecting on how her fears had melted away once she allowed herself to embrace the unknown. "I feel more me," she told Liam one evening, her voice soft but certain. "Like I'm not just your partner, but my own person too." Liam, in turn, felt a renewed sense of appreciation for Mia. Seeing her openness, courage, and willingness to step into unfamiliar territory with him had deepened his love for her in ways he hadn't anticipated. "I've always loved you," he said, holding her hand one night. "But now, I love you even more for trusting me enough to go on this journey together." They also took time to reflect on the role Sophia had played in their experience. Her kindness, understanding, and respect for their relationship had been crucial to making it a positive and meaningful experience. "She wasn't just someone we invited into our lives," Mia said. "She taught me a lot about how to be present and open, and I think that's something we can carry forward." But it wasn't all perfect. They acknowledged the challenges, too, the moments of doubt, the hesitations, and the vulnerability that had come with stepping into something so new. They talked openly about these moments, dissecting them not with regret, but with a sense of curiosity. "I think those parts were important," Liam said. "They reminded us how much we value what we have, and that's why we were able to handle it." In the weeks that followed, Mia and Liam noticed subtle but profound changes in their relationship. They were more communicative, more attuned to each other's needs, and more willing to embrace vulnerability. It wasn't that their love had changed, it was that it had deepened, becoming something richer and more nuanced. Mia, for example, felt a newfound sense of freedom in expressing herself. Where she once might have held back her thoughts or feelings, she now felt more confident in sharing them with Liam. And Liam, who had always been the more outspoken of the two, found himself listening more, appreciating the nuances of Mia's emotions in a way he hadn't before. One evening, as they sat on their balcony watching the sunset, Liam turned to Mia and said, "Do you think we'd ever do something like this again?" Mia thought for a moment before replying, "Maybe, but honestly, it's not about doing it again. It's about what it taught us. We don't need to chase anything. We've already got something pretty incredible right here." That was the key takeaway for both of them. The experience hadn't been about adding excitement for excitement's sake. It had been about deepening their bond, exploring the edges of their comfort zones, and learning to trust each other in entirely new ways. And while they didn't feel the need to repeat the experience, they were grateful for what it had given them. In the end, Mia and Liam's story wasn't about stepping outside their relationship. It was about diving deeper into it. They discovered that love isn't static. It grows, evolves, and takes on new dimensions when nurtured with care, honesty, and a willingness to explore. For them, this chapter wasn't the end of their love story. It was just the beginning of a new one. Love is a journey, and every story reveals something new about trust, connection, and vulnerability. If this story moved you or made you think differently about relationships, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more heartfelt stories like this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.